What up? It's your boy T Reaction. About to do a video from Digging the Greats. Today's Music Monday. About to do a video from Digging the Greats, based on one of my the hottest track out right now from the Grammy Award winning female rapper Doechii for her song "Denial in the River," which is definitely like old school hip hop boom bap style or rap. The story behind it is awesome as well too. So this is called "The Perfect Storm" and Doechii's "Denial in the River" as well too. From her latest album, the album that got her first ever Grammy as well too, being the latest XSL female rapper to get a Grammy, as well as the latest XSL freshman to get a Grammy as well too. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wife.
It's safe to say that Doechii is having a moment right now, but she's not just having it, she's making it. Rising to the occasion, pushing her creativity, and making a name for herself. On August 30th of 2024, she released Alligator Bites Never Heal, a project that she calls a mixtape, though she just won a Grammy for Best Rap Album.
And this is like the second, I think it's like the second mixtape that win a Best Album Grammy. I think the other one was Chance the Rapper.
And either way, this project is so good, it prompted Kendrick Lamar to post, calling her the hardest rapper out. So today, we're going to look at her song, Denial is a River, break down her recent rise in popularity, and see how she's helping dictate hip-hop's future by leaning into the past. Before we even get to that song, we need to talk about the insane marketing push behind this album. And I don't just mean ads. I mean, Doechii is everywhere, and in every appearance, she brings something new and fresh. She's on Genius breaking down the lyrics to Denial is a River. Her tiny desk was absolutely incredible. Her performance on Colbert was so unique and cool. She recently debuted the music video.
That's so I gotta check that out. Performance out. I happen to like wanted to do a reaction to some of these Tiny Desk ones as well too. Sometimes it should be too long. I'm not sure I have time to do it though. But if you want time when we do a reaction to a Tiny Desk performance, definitely let me know.
For Denial is a River, and she not only teased it with a 90s sitcom themed sketches, but the ending is just so good. And then there's the Grammys. But it's not just the promo, it's not just the video and the live appearances where she brings a new element each time. It's about the music, but it's also about the impeccable timing. All right, let's talk about the various elements at play here in Denial is a River. First and foremost, Doechii is a great storyteller. This is true on Denial is a River, but also on the album as a whole. She has specifically cited Children's Story by Slick Rick as an inspiration for this song.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow.
Extra credit if you can comment below with another song directly tied to Children's Story that's not This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan.
Remember old dude from 2019,
All
nice clean, nigga did me
I
dirtier
gotta
than
think of
laundry.
is
Took a scroll through
all I
his
gotta think of
IG
is crew. This is just another case about crew.
just to get a DM from
You
his
saw my
wife.
dad.
No. Moving on. Denial is a River is a back and forth between her and another character, which is a continuation from her previous project, Oh, the Places You'll Go.
Doechii, why don't you introduce yourself to the class?
Storytelling has a long history in hip-hop. Last year, we looked at Scarface's storytelling and how a story can reel you in and make you feel what the artist is saying. And here's the thing about the story that she tells specifically on this song. It's dark. She's going through a very hard time documenting the past few years, failed relationships, signing with Top Dog Entertainment, struggles with her label, substance abuse, depression, losing a lot of money, but it's all very light and humorous. Storytelling has the ability to do that, make vulnerability easier to share and easier to receive. And she has specifically cited the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron as inspiration to put art out that is not designed for anyone else, but just to put her own vulnerability out there. Being able to write is one thing, and then being able to deliver it in a compelling way, Doechii can do that too. She demonstrates her skills throughout this mixtape, and it's not just one particular style of rapping. Sometimes she's rapping very fast, but maintaining clarity. Sometimes it's slower, but then there's also times where her voice intensifies, like at the ending of Denial is a River.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn a nigga guts into soup.
The way she can change her voice from playful to aggressive, leaning into her vulnerability. This is a woman with complete control of her instrument. Let's take a look at one of the verses on Denial is a River and see how her storytelling, her rhyming, and her delivery can all come together.
Tell me what's been going on. Okay. Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. Think he slicked back till I slipped back. Got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs and then I...
Hold on, one second. Okay, I'm back. Took me a while to finish rest of the day, but I had a long day. Took a little man to T-ball, his first T-ball practice, cute, and had to watch Raw, which was an awesome Raw. They went on out. Anyway, let's get going on this. Sorry, you can hear, but I can't. Give me a second. Nice. Got me. Sorry. Nobody heard the name of this because back where we go.
I slipped back, got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then I went and got signed. Now it's 2021.
All right, first up, we got this 19 right here. 19, nice, clean, dirty, and laundry. This rhyme scheme continues as the story continues. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. Next line, I was so confused. What should Doechii do? We got an internal rhyme, so confused with Doechii do. This rhyme continues on the next one here, know about Sue. Again on hit the zoom and really a dude. We have another internal rhyme here with slick back and slipped back, then followed by lick back and knick-knack. Last but not least, we got moved on, couple of songs, 2021. So she's not only rhyming at the end of bars, but rhyming in the middle of bars. She's also playing with how many syllables. So like moved on is 2, couple of songs is 4, 2021 is 5, but moved on, couple of songs, 2021, it all rhymes. And of course, looking at it this way is one thing, but hearing her deliver it is another.
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. Think he slicked back till I slipped back. Got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then I went and got signed. Now it's 2021.
We already talked about the Slick Rick inspiration. There's also the breathing exercise at the end of this song. Doechii has said this is a reference to beatboxing and specifically Dougie Fresh.
Lottie Dottie, we like to party.
Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG
I like the mashup we kind of do with this. That was pretty cool.
just to get a DM from his wifey.
No. Let's keep moving. Then there's the actual beat for this song. Most of this mixtape was made in 30 days. Doechii called up Top Dog and said, scrap the album I was gonna do, I'm doing a mixtape. It's dropping August 30th. 30 days is an insane turnaround time, and that means production-wise, you gotta make quick decisions. The beat is by producer Ian James, and it was originally called Golden MF Doom type beat, and it was uploaded to YouTube in December of 2022. He actually recently posted a video where he breaks down down the Ableton session for this beat. It's not a sample, he actually replayed it because it couldn't get cleared, and he wasn't even sure he wanted to upload this beat when it was done. He didn't feel 100% about it, but he posted it anyway. He was doing daily uploads. And a good year and a half later, Doechii came by it, and the rest is history. Now, this might be labeled an MF Doom type beat, but it bears a strong resemblance to another hip-hop great. Here's De La Soul, and here's Doechii.
That's why. That's why I like it so much. Yeah, that was a dope song by they also. I knew it like kind of had some like reference to an old school hip hop beat in well too, and I was right. Nice.
I mean, at a certain point, you kind of have to.
Remember old dude from 2019, nice clean, nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey.
So we've got Doechii's promo, her storytelling, her technical ability, the beat selection, but there's one other big reason Doechii is everywhere right now. Perfect timing. For Doechii personally, she's talked about how she was making music for other people, like what she thought would do well, but after getting sober and reevaluating things in her life and having read The Artist's Way, she was ready to make a much more personal project, scrapping her planned album and dropping this mixtape with a very quick turnaround. This is all explored in the mixtape, but there's another factor at play: the state of hip-hop in 2024. After years of mumble rap and sing rapping dominating the mainstream, in 2024 we got the Drake-Kendrick beef. A lot has been said about this beef and what it represented. I got into this more in my breakdown of Kendrick's Super Bowl performance and how that ties in with GNX. But in many ways, this was a battle for the soul of hip-hop. It's safe to say that Kendrick won. Not Like Us was one of the biggest songs of last year. In June, Kendrick did the pop-out where he played the song 6 times in a row. And then Doechii drops this project, which is the perfect mix of fresh new ideas, but built on classic hip-hop, leaning into influences like Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, Doom, or De La Soul. The reason Doechii is blowing up is because she's incredibly skilled as a writer and MC, and as an artist, building on a strong musical foundation, making something that's personal and new. And isn't that what hip-hop is at its core? I love this quote from her. There's a space that I feel like we need to fill in hip-hop right now. This project sonically feels nostalgic, but it also feels forward and it feels fresh. I felt the importance of going back to the roots of hip-hop, even how I'm rapping. There's importance and there's honor and tradition, and I think that that is important for hip-hop. I think we just need to take a beat for a second and get back to maintaining traditions in hip-hop, talking about our feelings, being vulnerable in hip-hop again.
What hit me more like Mike finally got our new big three of the ladies side as well too. So for a while, because for a while it was Nicki, Cardi, and Megan. Nicki got slowly put a while, and Cardi got put in, and we had got slowly pulled out with Lotto, and then now Cardi's almost out, and we got Glow. So we might got a new big three with either Lotto, Glow, and Doechii. But definitely Doechii and Glow for sure, Glorilla, and we could say Lotto, or it could be somebody else. Who knows? Either way, I think we might finally got a new Lady Big Freak 3 now.
And making sure
And
that the
she's one
heart
of
of
them.
hip hop stays alive, which is the art and skill of beat selection, rapping, and lyrical composition. Doechii is one of my favorite new artists. This mixtape is fantastic, and I cannot wait to see what else she creates. In many ways, hip hop is in the most exciting phase it's been in a long time. Not only for Doechii and this project specifically, but as I mentioned a moment ago, the Kendrick-Drake beef. That was a whole lot bigger than just two rappers battling each other. There's so much more at stake. And what came out of that is Kendrick's most recent album, GNX, which is quickly followed by his Super Bowl performance. And these are two things that I think go hand in hand. GNX is the setup and the Super Bowl was the punchline. But for that whole story, you've got to click here.
All right, cool. Yeah, this was a good little breakdown on that song, Denial River. But yeah, Doechii definitely one of the new big three. Like I say, her and Glow and possibly Lotto. You know what I mean? It might be other could take place of others, but yeah, I feel like you know that these ladies it can hold it down, and Nikki, Cardi, and Megan, they now take the rest. I mean, they still gonna do a thing, of course, but they don't have to be, you know, they done they time, and now these ladies are put they're kicking the endo. Who knows? I mean, hopefully, Super we don't have that with the guys yet. Cause it's still Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. Drake, you know what I'm saying? I mean, no matter how much kids say fuck the big three, it's still them right now. I mean, it's still some guys are. I mean, it's a lot of candidates. Just there's never long term though. So other than that, we might got long term with the ladies though. But other than that though, this video from Brandon was pretty nice though. Other than that, if you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T signing off. One love.